Hello everyone, welcome to the new video of our channel. Today we'll be discussing how to perform Kolmogorov-Smirnov One-Sample Test in SPSS. Before that, let us know what is Case One-Sample Test. The Kolmogorov-Smirnov or case test is a non-parametric test used to assess whether a sample comes from a specific distribution. The one-sample case test is often used to compare a sample distribution with a reference distribution such as a theoretical distribution or another empirical distribution. Here are the key steps involved in the KS one-sample test. First is null hypothesis. The null hypothesis typically states that the sample comes from the specified distribution. Next we have alternative hypothesis. The alternative hypothesis suggests that the sample does not come from the specified distribution. Next we have the test statistic. The case test statistic, denoted as D, is calculated based on the maximum vertical difference between the cumulative distribution functions of the sample and the reference distribution, and it is given by D equals to maximum of modulus fx minus sx, where fx is the CDF of the reference distribution, Sx is the empirical CDF of the sample, and maximum is taken from all data points. Next we have critical region. Critical values for the test statistic are obtained from the Kolmogorov-Smirnov distribution table or using statistical software. The critical value depends on the chosen significance level, often denoted by alpha. Next we have decision rule. If the calculated statistic is greater than the critical value, then we may reject the null hypothesis. Next is the p-value. The case test also provides a p-value, which is the probability of observing a test statistic as extreme as the one calculated, assuming the null hypothesis is true. A small p-value suggests rejecting the null hypothesis, which is less than the p-value. If the p-value is less than 0.05, then we'll reject our null hypothesis. Now let us look at our question. We'll perform case one-sample test to test does the emotional intelligence of the employee follow normal distribution. The dataset will be shown in the later part of the video. Before that, let us set up the null hypothesis H0 such that the emotional intelligence of the employees follow normal distribution. So now let us look at our dataset, which contains of serial number, name, gender, educational qualification, age, designation, salary before increment, salary after increment, both in 1000, performance index in 5-point scale, and emotional intelligence in 10-point scale. To perform case one-sample test, first we click on analyze, then on non-parametric test, then we go to legacy dialogues. In that we have one sample case. So quick brief for performing case one-sample test. First go to analyze, then non-parametric test, then legacy dialogues, then click on one-sample case. A pop-up window appears. Since we have to test that emotional intelligence of employees follow normal distribution or not, so from the left hand side we click on emotional intelligence and take it to the right hand side under the column of test variables. Then in test distribution it is already clicked on normal, so we'll keep as it is and click on OK. We have the result. One sample Kolmogorov-Smirnov test windows appears. N is 39. We are having 39 samples. Then mean, standard deviation, absolute mean difference, positive, negative, and all. Kolmogorov-Smirnov is 0.591. So we have been testing for case test. So its value is 0.591. Since this value is greater than 0.05, so we'll accept our null hypothesis and conclude that the emotional intelligence of the employees follow normal distribution. That's all. Thank you for your patience hearing.